Questo video è offerto da il Tavolo Italiano.
Salve, bentornati. Il Tavolo Italiano è felice di presentarvi la nascita del nostro gruppo. Nel video parlerò lentamente e chiaramente in inglese, mentre le parole appariranno sul video per aiutarvi ad imparare l'inglese. In questo video continuerò a raccontare la storia dell'inizio del nostro gruppo, il Tavolo Italiano. Se volete, leggete le parole mentre io parlo. Spero che troverete questo video utile. Per favore, fateci sapere cosa ne pensate. Pronti? Cominciamo.
Comprensione di inglese lezione 3. La storia del nostro gruppo, capitolo 3. In chapter 2, I had just met my new friend and Italian speaking partner, and so this is where we pick up our story. We actually ended up having a very good time, as we enjoyed a glass of Eccodomani, Pinot Grigio, and talked mostly in English. During this, our first meeting, we primarily discussed our backgrounds, why we had an interest in Italian, and what we wanted to accomplish. It was then that I found out Vince was from Ohio. His family was of Italian descent, but if I remember correctly, I don't think they spoke Italian. He studied Italian while attending college, and I believe, once again, if I remember correctly, relatively extensively. Among other things that we discussed, he did have two concerns, and rightly so. First, he really did not want a situation in which he would be my tutor, since he could speak Italian and I could not. Second, he was concerned that once other people joined us that could speak Italian, I would become discouraged and quit the group, since I would not be able to converse with them. I reassured him that I was determined and that I was not about to quit. Vince had also decided to call the group the Italian Table. This was the name of the group that he participated in, and may have even began when he was in Colorado. So, for about next 4 weeks, just Vince and I met to speak Italian. He, unfortunately, didn't get to practice much, but I did learn a little more Italian every week. Nothing much, maybe a word or two. In May of 2008, Vince decided to make us a meetup group, which is really merely renting space on meetup.com and having us listed as a group for our area on their website. It worked out very well for us. Within 2 months, we were a group of almost a dozen. There were those that could speak Italian very well, probably close to half. And then there were the rest of us, who could either speak a little or none at all. We met primarily at restaurants to enjoy a meal together and either talk about, or, for those of us who could, speak in Italian. The group became a very valuable resource for me. I now had a place where I could practice the most recent words that I had learned from Rosetta Stone, and a place where I could bring my questions for those things that I didn't understand. While everybody within our group was very nice in a very genuine way, there was one couple I will never forget. They had recently moved to Charleston from Nice, France. and displayed a hospitality and kindness that stood out even in a group like ours. In a culture such as you often find in the States, where people want everything just so in their houses before they have company, this couple opened up their home before the bulk of their possessions had arrived from Europe, and trust me, their hospitality, kindness, and generosity more than made up for lack that was created by not having whatever they were still waiting for. They touched my heart with an old-world hospitality that caused me to hunger to learn more about European cultures, primarily the Italian culture. Well, we continued to meet almost weekly to grow in our linguistic skills, as well as in friendship, and under Vince's leadership, we had grown to a social group of almost 40 persons. What was our goal? Our purpose was to meet once a week and practice our Italian, if we knew any, over dinner. So was this beginning of the group known today as Il Tavolo Italiano? Stay tuned and find out.
Grazie mille per aver ascoltato questa serie. Come è andata? Hai capito tutto? Forse hai capito un po'? Forse non hai capito nulla? In ogni caso, non rinunciare. Puoi imparare, ma necessiti di fare pratica. Vorrei suggerirti di ascoltare questa storia fino a quando capirai tutte le parole. Inoltre, puoi trovare altro materiale sul nostro sito iltavoloitaliano.com. È tutto gratis. Ciao, grazie mille e spero di sentirvi presto. Ciao.